Hi everyone. I'm Matt. I'm an ex-participant of the Take a Break program from way back in 2006. Um, Firstly, I'd just like to say thank you to Andrew for giving me the opportunity to speak today and to share some of my journey with you all. Um, as mentioned, back in 2006, I was afforded the opportunity to spend a week at the cottage for some respite. This occurred really on a background of a recently broken home earlier that year and some chronically present difficulties in the setting of my brother having a traumatic brain injury and subsequent disability a few years prior in 2001. Uh, my experience at the cottage was really supposed to be a fun week-long getaway, and it truly it was. But what struck much deeper during this week was this sense of power and the power of compassion, attention, and presence by the staff. And whilst not really having the words for it at the time, this um, these things really changed a child's outlook and gave me a sense of belonging and really planted a seed into what kind of person I really wanted to be. Um, this compassion, attention, and presence that I speak about, it's really set the stones in place of my pathway into what my ultimate goal really has been, and that's to become a medical doctor. Um, so really fasting forward to 2018, right? I officially begin medical school during this year, and I go to Deakin University, and this is just a really short drive away from the cottage in Geelong, with the main campus being at Warm Ponds and our clinical school being in the CBD. Um, at this time, the excitement was actually quite was really real. You know, you're living out a childhood dream. Um, the challenges, though, conversely, were immense. There was long nights studying. There was these endless exams and this overwhelming sense of responsibility that comes with being a medical doctor. I actually spoke at the AGM for the cottage during this year in November, I believe. And really, during my speech writing for this, I reflected that just like that week in 2006, that really medicine at its core was about human connection and compassion. Since then, I've embarked on my career. I graduated in 2021. I did my internship in Ballarat and have progressed my current role, sorry, where I'm a physician trainee at the Austin Hospital, where I'm actually currently 3 weeks away from sitting my final specialist exam in medicine, which is exciting. My overall end goal after all of this is to specialize in neurology, which will take another 3 years of work. During each stage of my training, human connection has really been at its core, whether it's learning to take a proper history from a patient, an examination, start supporting families and patients through difficult diagnoses, or even just holding someone's hand in silence to support them. It become obvious really to me over this time that, yeah, sure, the science matters in medicine, but really it's people in connection that are priority. And I think really fundamentally the cottage taught me this. So in that sense, the cottage has really served as a cornerstone for me in terms of um, is a cornerstone moment really in my pathway to medicine, and really a week in which I hold very fond memories. I didn't really know it at the time, but it really set the landscape for the ethos for which I live by. And this is not only in medicine, but actually more broadly. Um, so thank you again for the opportunity to speak today and for all that you do for the community. It means more than words can describe. Thank you.